Buckets. That's the name of my boat. Buckets.
Buckets. What we get.
Not the only transfer we got from Florida. Keith Stone, too. Remember that.
Everybody who watches his show on a regular basis knows my love of the stretch four.
You know, we all make mistakes. He might have made one going to Tallahassee.
Mercy if y'all don't know. Dribble to the left, cross over to the right. Hurricane to the game, many buckets for the night. Matt with the pick and roll, Melissa with the give and go. This Shelly, you, pretty girl dunking in the hole. Check the scoreboard, this what we fall for. Beat the gameplay, they want an encore. Yeah, overtime for another round. It's buckets after buckets, baby. You out of time. It's buckets. What it is, homie, it's buckets. Woo! We get buckets. Yeah, baby, buckets.
I have no shame.
I know. That's the problem.
You guys are awesome.
What up, everyone? Welcome to this Friday night edition of Buckets. Special guest on tonight, we hope. How's it going, Vish?
It's going. Nothing going on around campus or town or anything. So it's good time to talk some hoops.
Nothing important going on tomorrow.
Nothing happening at all. Nothing on campus.
Before football madness starts, we thought we'd talk a little hoops. We are without Matt. Matt said he was good for the show and then forgot he had plans with his wife. Happy wife, happy life. So he's out with Monica. Hope they're having a good time.
I feel like, when you get on the West Coast, stuff gets away from you. They different pace out there. Confusion reigns. They're in the wrong time zone. All that stuff cascades, and you end up with these situations.
Yeah, we have Gal Raviv, Canes basketball future star, on the show in a few minutes. Told her 9 o'clock. We're a little early. So while we wait for 9 o'clock to hit, why don't we talk about our sponsor?
Yes, let us do that. And our sponsor is 305-800-PAIN. After an accident, every minute counts. With one call to 305-800-PAIN, you get immediate access to trusted doctors and attorneys who guide you step by step. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they're a brand you can trust. Much like 5 Reasons Canes, 305-800-PAIN is focused on the local community of Miami-Dade County and South Florida. They'll handle all your accident needs, including car accidents, personal injuries, and related legal matters. So after an accident, be sure to call 305-800-PAIN. The number is the brand, 305-800-PAIN. Después de un accidente, cada minuto cuenta. Con una llamada a 305-800-PAIN, ustedes pueden obtener acceso inmediatamente a doctores y abogados para ayudar con todo el proceso. Con una clasificación de A+ del Better Business Bureau, pueden confiar en ellos. 305-800-PAIN tiene mucho en común con los 5 razones Canes. Están enfocados en la comunidad local de Miami-Dade County y el Florida del Sur. Ellos pueden ayudar con todo después de un accidente, incluyendo accidentes de carro, lesiones personales y otras cosas legales relacionadas. Entonces, después de un accidente, llama a 305-800-PAIN. El número es el nombre de la marca, 305-800-PAIN. All right, Melissa, I know you've been looking forward to this interview for a while. I have seen our guest play in person before.
I heard about this guest play in person before because I was at work and you're messaging me about how we're getting light up against this girl that dropped 25 on us. I don't know. Canes fans should be prepared to hear the name Gal Raviv a lot this season. She broke the FIBA Under-19 tournament scoring record for the highest scoring percentage in tournament history, including a 38-point game, which is pretty crazy. We'll talk to her more about her game, but she can score from all 3 levels, can defend. She's tall. So we will have a much.
She's outstanding. Kind of like she can score from anywhere, like you said. Kind of a combo guard.
Yeah.
Really ball in her hands, can play off the ball as well, can spot up, shoot, can create her own shot, shoot off the dribble. So yeah, she kind of does everything on the court. Good passer as well. Rebounds, leaps small mountains, everything. So she is
small mountains.
Yes. Yes.
No, I mean,
if
you go on YouTube and watch any of her games from the FIBA Under-19 tournament, like it's seriously impressive. We'll see what she can do in the ACC, but definitely one of our biggest pickups in the transfer portal.
Yeah, it's a bit of it'll be a bit of an adjustment. It is, she dominated, and we were talking about this a little bit. She dominated the MAC conference as Player of the Year and Rookie and Freshman of the Year, and
I mean, it's a step up in as far as college basketball conferences. She did extremely well in international play, and you also got to remember she was being recruited by schools like Iowa, UNC, Iowa State, and she chose to come to Miami. And Caleb has surrounded her with a lot of really good players. If you go back a couple of weeks, we just had Jess Peterson on the show. Go back a few months ago into the summer, we had Emirati Kimpson on the show. A lot of really talented transfer portal players coming in, along with a top 10 freshman class. And Nay Adams returning, who, I mean, she takes at least one charge every game, like just high energy.
Yeah, she's a good energy player. And also is really, and this is from talking to the coaches that we've had all of them on the show, she's really good in practice, just always plays with that energy level, which, look, practice is like doing your homework, right? Sometimes it's just like, I don't have the energy to do it. She makes sure that kind of everyone does. So yeah, a lot of interesting new players, including one that is backstage, Melissa, if you want to bring her in.
Punctuality. So
the whole team is. They're always always on time. We started the show a little early to make sure we could get through the intro and all. She'd have to wait backstage for us because they're always on time.
Viewers aren't going to know this. Matt and Vish will know this. I have been talking about this player ever since the rumors started that she was going to commit to Miami. Very excited. It took us a few tries to get her on. She's very busy. Just came in from Israel a few weeks ago after dominating the FIBA tournament. Please welcome to the show, finally, Gal Raviv. Hey, let's go. How you doing, Gal?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm super excited. Yeah. Don't mind me fangirling. We were just talking about Vish was in the building last year when you dominated, scored 25 against us with Quinnipiac. So
yeah, she was at work and I was texting her. I was like, "We're getting lit up over here, man."
we're very happy. We are very happy to have you on our team. I did tell you we do have a little debate on this show. If you can't answer because you haven't had one enough, definitely say, "Hey, I don't think I can answer this fairly," but definitely can give your opinion. If you could only eat one chicken sandwich for the rest of your life, would you go to Chick-fil-A or Popeyes?
Chick-fil-A.
We have run out of room. Chick-fil-A is dominating. Good choice. Love it. So before we get into hoops, I gotta ask you, because you're from Israel. I've been to Israel. I went on Birthright in 2012. So where are you from? Tell us about your home country. What got you into basketball and coming over to the States?
So I'm from like 20-30 minutes north from Tel Aviv.
Okay.
It's like a smaller city, so I don't think you guys will know if I'll say it. And then what got me into basketball is my parents. They used to play, both of them. So, and then what was that question? Oh, what brought me to the States? I just got offered to play in a high school when I was in Israel, and it was a whole thing. But basically, I decided to come when I was 15 to play in high school. So,
how was that adjustment coming from Israel to the States?
It was crazy. It was a lot. it was just like everything different. I didn't know the language when I came because I was pretty young. So the culture, the language, like the food, the people, everything was so different. It was a lot to adjust to.
Yeah, can't find really good falafel or shawarma places in the States.
I haven't found. I'm a big like my favorite food is hummus,
Hmm.
and I have not found something even close. So
Yeah. There's some good delis down here, but it's not gonna live up to the real stuff you get in Israel. I
yeah,
said that when I came back after I was there for 10 days, even the places that I like to eat down here, it doesn't taste the same.
yeah,
There's something special about that food over there, the falafel, the hummus, so good.
I agree. I agree.
So you played at Quinnipiac for a year, and we know that you were recruited by quite a few schools. What was it at Miami and the coaching staff that made you come here? Because like you had big schools like UNC, Iowa, a lot of good choices, but you chose Miami.
I think the trust that the coaches like showed in me, like in our conversations and stuff, and what they expect me to be for the team. I think that what um really got me in here. And when I was on the visit and I saw a workout, I got really impressed by the workout that Coach Fitz and Ivy did. So I think those are the like most two things that really got me into Miami.
Fish.
Yeah, so was that a difficult decision to pick which? Well, I guess first to decide to leave Quinnipiac and then kind of choosing between, because as Melissa said, you were heavily recruited, so you kind of had a lot of options.
Yeah, I was very sad to leave Quinnipiac because it was a good place for me and I really loved it there. But I felt like I needed like a new challenge. Um, so yeah, it was a difficult choice, but I feel like the end of it was like, what role do I want to play on the team? So I think Miami gave me like the most like trust and how much they want and need me. So that's why I chose Miami.
Did you speak with I forget when you committed who else we had already on the team because it's pretty much all new players. Was there any players that you spoke to that made it easier for you to come here?
I haven't spoke to players, um, but the coaches they couldn't tell me like the names, but they could tell me you would have like people to play with. So I
Mhm.
had to put this trust in them, but I didn't really know who was gonna commit.
Can you speak about your experience playing in the FIBA tournament? In the under 19, you set a scoring average record. I watched a ton of highlights of your stuff scoring from all three levels. Just can you talk about that experience and what it's like representing your country?
I mean, it's amazing. It's the best thing to do, like to represent your country. Like you said, it's just like it's so much fun to just like put the jersey on and play for your country. Like there's nothing to make the people proud and um yeah, play with like my friends that I've been playing since I was very young and just like having fun with them.
Any specific memory from either of the tournaments? I know you guys. I think in the under 20, you guys upset France. Was that a big moment for you guys? Any specific moments where it was a scoring moment or a victory where you're like, this is like the best thing ever?
I think playing for the U19, the World Cup was like a history for Israel because we never done it before, so that was pretty big for us. And then in the U20, like you said, beating France because the year before they beat us in the semifinal in the U18 by like 50. So beat them. It was huge because again, France is a big basketball country and Israel is just like these small countries. They're just trying to win. So it was huge for us. It was this whole thing in Israel. Everybody were very happy. So it was huge.
Fish.
Yeah, so we do have a question in the chat. I'll summarize it a little bit from Josh Krulik. So you're obviously at Quinnipiac. You're now coming to Miami. What do you think the biggest difference will be between playing, I guess, in a smaller conference versus playing in the ACC?
I think that I think the speed will be different and yeah, how fast and like the actual players. Like I think it will be a stronger league and a faster league. I think that would be the biggest difference that I have from the other conference, and the biggest thing that I'll have to adjust for.
How has practice been going as far as playing with your teammates? I know they've been working out through the summer, and you can kind of came in late. But how's that going? How are you fitting in and everything?
Yeah, like you said, I came in late, but I didn't get to play with them as much because we haven't even played a lot in practice. And right now I'm under like a concussion protocol, so I'm not actually practicing right now. But sorry, I didn't get to play with them that much, so I don't know what to tell you. But I'm excited because from what I've seen, like the players, I'm excited to play with them.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty like all around team. You got, we just had Jess Peterson on the show a couple weeks ago. Rashaya Kyle, you got a ton of different guards that can do a bunch of different things. Anyone in specific you're looking to play with or playing off ball with or passing to, or just from what you've seen so far?
I'm excited because I think we have like a lot of good guards that can do like a lot of things. So I'm like you said, I'll be able to play off the ball as well, something that I haven't done a lot. And then also playing with bigs. I haven't played like with the real bigs, like not in my summer and not really in my last team. So I'm really excited to play with bigs. I think it's gonna be fun.
Little pick and roll action.
Yes.
You can't miss Rashaya Kyle. I mean, she's like what, 6'5"?
Yeah.
Just get it in the vicinity. She's like a wide receiver up there, right?
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah, so you obviously played at the Watsco Center and put on a little bit of a show there. So how much did that influence you at all? Knowing that you were comfortable playing in that arena, in terms of where you want to go.
I just remember like good memories from there. So like,
I was having a panic attack in the stands as you kept scoring, but
yeah, although we lost that game, I think it was a good game for us, and like we showed what we can do. So I had a good memories from the gym.
Who knew it would be a good audition for you to come here, huh? And we've had all the coaches on the show, and I forget if it was Coach Ivy or Coach Cullop who had said we were like, she just kept scoring, and they were like, there was nothing we could do. Like she was just shooting over the top of us because we had pretty small guards last year, and we were discussing with them about how much taller the backcourt's going to be. And so we're looking forward to you shooting over the top of people for us this year. I got to ask though, because like I said, I watched a ton of your FIBA games. You can pretty much score from three, mid-range, driving the ball in. What's your go-to shot? Like if we needed a bucket to win the game, what are you going to? What's your favorite shot?
Well, it depends if we needed like a 3 or 2, but I'd say like if it's a 2, probably like a layup or pull up going left, and then if it's a 3, then off the dribble 3.
Oh, I forget you're a lefty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I realized that watching your highlights. I hadn't paid attention before. I'm like, wait, she's lefty. That's
Yeah.
good for us. We haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Do you think that gives you an advantage at all, being a lefty?
When I was younger, people were saying that, but I don't know.
Now, when you're into competitive basketball, everyone watches the tape, so they know.
Yeah.
How's your right-handed drive?
I think it's good. I think I can drive both ways.
Yeah, but left for sure if you can.
But left is not possible. Yes.
How's your free throw shooting?
So I didn't really like my percentages last year and this summer. I think it wasn't great, but I've been working on it and I've been shooting my free throws. I hope this season I can get it for 90 plus. So that's my goal.
I know last year, anytime the Canes won and you guys the Canes shot over 80%, Coach Cullop treated the team to ice cream. So you got to make sure make sure she's doing that again this year, and make sure y'all got your percentages up over 80% for sure.
Yes.
Vish?
Yeah. So you mentioned you like having the ball in your hand. So how do you think that'll fit in? Because you mentioned that one of the reasons you came to Miami was the role that they offered you and kind of the trust they had in you. So How do you envision that working? Because I know you also said you finally get to play big, so I'm sure sometimes it's nice just to dump the ball to the post and not have to do everything yourself. So how do you see your role being with the team?
Just being like able to lead and do what coach needs me to do. So if it's like playing the one and getting the ball up, then do that. If it need a bucket, then do that. But what coach wants me to do, like at the game and helping the team win.
Do you have a preference? I know you've probably played a lot of point guard, but are you looking forward to playing off the ball? Do you prefer to have the ball in your hand?
I think it would be interesting. Oh shit! What's my mom?
That's okay.
Right.
That's okay.
I thought I got off the call
You're
because
fine. I've had my phone ring. I've had my phone ring in the middle of stuff. No worries.
I'm so sorry.
You're good.
No, not a problem.
Wait, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Do you prefer to have the ball in your hands as point? Do you prefer to play off the ball?
I haven't really played off the ball. I do like playing point guard. I think that's what I'm the best at. But I think it would be interesting to play off the ball as well.
So we do have another question in the chat, more about the conference. So is the ACC like a conference you targeted playing in, or is it just you wanted to be at Miami and was the conference at all a factor in where you decided to go?
It wasn't a big factor, but I did know it's a guard conference. And I didn't know I'll have to adjust. Like I said, the conference that I played before wasn't as fast and as strong. So it wasn't as impacting the decision, but I didn't know it's a guard conference and I didn't want to go to like much of a conference of big players.
You wanted to go somewhere that was going to highlight what you could do.
Basically.
Yes. Yeah. And the ACC is probably one of the hardest women's conferences.
Yeah.
Just like 2 years ago, they had 9 teams make the tournament. So.
Yeah.
Can you talk about your recruitment out of high school? Like, I know you said you came to high school here and you recruited, but obviously your skills and what we've seen so far are definitely skills worthy of playing in one of the, the power conferences. Can you talk about your recruitment out of high school and maybe what schools you were looking at besides Quinnipiac? Is it Piac?
Yeah. I looked at I think my top 3 were Quinnipiac, Hawaii, and Pacific. I didn't get
very different schools.
Yes, very different, all over the place. I think I got most recruited by West Coast because I was in Arizona. And Quinnipiac was the only place in the East Coast that I got recruited by, but I didn't get recruited by Power 4, like you said. I think if I would wait a little more, I would have, but I didn't want to spend my first year. I wanted my first year to get confidence and not to to help a team win. So that was the biggest thing in my decision there, and I think that's the biggest thing in my decision now too. I wanted to come and help the team win. I didn't want to choose a team that I'm not gonna have the role that I can help the team win there. So,
are you gonna miss the Northeast Winters?
What is that?
The Winters in the Northeast where you played in Quinnipiac. Are you gonna miss the Winters?
Oh, yeah.
It gets maybe to 70 degrees here, maybe a few times a year. It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Similar to the Israeli summers for sure, but
it is.
You won't need your winter coat down here. Vish?
Yeah, so we got fed a question. I don't know if you remember this, Melissa, but we were asked to ask you who the funniest player on the team is.
Who the funniest player on this team is? I'd probably say Nay.
All right.
We'll have to tell that person who told us to ask you.
We can tell Gal who it was now. I didn't want to influence the answer, but yeah, you can go for it.
We had Jess on the show a couple of weeks ago, and we asked her what we should ask you, and she said to ask you that, and she was going to be very upset if you didn't say her.
Well, I was debating between her and Nay, but she's funny too. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Who do you think of their teammates should we get on the show next?
Um, well, who other than Jess did you have?
We've had Amarachi and we've had Jess.
I'm watching this. Um,
Tough
I
questions.
think, I think you should. I think you should have Vicky on the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that. Someone different.
Yeah.
You'll have to put in a good word for our Scal.
I will. I will. Okay.
So, can you tell us something in Hebrew about why fans should watch the Canes this year?
In Hebrew?
Yeah, can you say it in
Well,
Hebrew?
Melissa will be able to understand you. I won't.
My Hebrew was really poor. I did go to 9 years of Hebrew school, and I knew a lot of Hebrew, but I stopped going when I was like 13, so it's not very good anymore. But I'd love to hear it again in Hebrew.
בואו לראות אותנו מנצחות במשחקים.
What does
Did you
that mean?
understand? It's like, come see us win games.
We're gonna make sure we post that everywhere. Oh, we have another question.
Yeah, just so there was a new assistant coach that was hired a couple of weeks ago. Have you met him? And then also just overall, now that you're with the team, you talked earlier about how the trust in the coaches and everything was a major factor for you coming to Miami. Now that you're actually with the program, what are your impressions of that?
Yeah, I think that they welcomed me very well. Coming after everybody that they've been here in the summer, it's hard, and I think that they all welcomed me very well and helped me get adjusted. So I've been having it's great. And then practices with my position coach it's amazing. It's what I wanted. It's to get better, and I like working. So it's been great. I
heard Coach Fitz give some crazy workouts.
Yes, he does, and I like it. I do like it because that's what it's challenging. So it's getting us better. So I do like it. And then the new assistant coach Balal that's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he came here like 2 weeks ago, maybe last week. He's great. He's been helping a lot in practice. It's great. It's a great addition, I think.
What are you studying at Miami? So me and Vish are both alumni of the school. We both graduated from there. So what are you studying?
I'm undecided currently, but I'm looking to sport admin or business, one of the two.
Is something in the sports world after you graduate, whether it's playing professionally or getting into something behind the scenes in sports, something you're looking at wanting to do once you graduate?
Definitely playing. Keep playing.
Definitely playing for a while.
Yeah, she will be playing for a while. I think
Yeah,
we can say that pretty definitively.
You can ask Vish. You got two fans, and when I saw you committed to Miami, and I saw that you were Israeli, I was like, this is my people. So I do want to ask though, because we did on the men's side, we have another Israeli that's playing for them, and you're both wearing 14. Is there anything? Yeah. Is there anything behind that number? Is this a coincidence? Is there a reason why you wear 14?
Coach Kaleb just asked that the other day because he came up and talked to us, but no, it just happened to be that we both were. That's crazy though.
When he committed and you saw that, or was that something exciting? A little piece of home, sort of.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Yes. I get to talk Hebrew sometimes, seeing him in the facility, just say good morning and stuff, and how is he? So it's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely.
I wish I had kept up on my Hebrew. Living in Miami, I was trying to learn Spanish instead. Anything else you want to ask?
Well, actually, just kind of following up on your question. So, is there a reason you wear number 14 though? Is there when did you start wearing that?
No, it was just when I was younger. It's the number that was left, so I just wear it since. But there's no specific reason.
I'm still waiting for a cool story. Jess says she wore 35 because your dad does. Everyone's just oh, it's just the number that I got, and that's just happened. So you just kept it after all those years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 14 is a good number to have, especially here in Miami. For the Miami Heat, one of our best players wears 14, so it's a good number.
Yeah. I love the number. now, for sure.
Well, you've repped it well between playing for Israel and now playing for Quinnipiac, playing here. We're definitely definitely looking forward to it. Before we let you go, tell Miami fans what they're gonna get in a player and what we can expect from you this season.
Energetic, and being able to score, being able to get my teammates involved, and win games.
25 points a game in the Watt like you did against us last year. I'm looking for. You'll see me and Vish in the stands. We'll be the ones with the laptops covering the games. So, and hopefully we can meet you in person at the tip-off dinner. That's going to be next month because
a couple weeks.
We'll be there as soon as tickets go on sale. But Vish, anything else you want to ask before we let Gal go?
No, just thank you. I know Friday nights aren't exactly the most hospitable time to a show. Really appreciate you coming on with us. Wait, actually, we do have to ask her one question.
What?
Do you watch American football at all? And are you aware of the game tomorrow?
I'm aware of the game tomorrow. I've been to the first game they had against Notre Dame.
Okay.
And that was a lot for me. Everything, like, I'm sure it's great for the players, the amount of crowd that there, but as like a person in the crowd, it was a lot.
Tomorrow's going to be worse. By the way, tomorrow's going to be worse. So.
Yeah. So
yeah, coming from a small college that doesn't really have football to a school that the brand is football. That's what's recognized when you see the Miami brand. If someone sees that and they're like, "Oh, that's football," it gets very crazy. We take it very seriously here. So we take our basketball serious here on this show. But
yes, for sure.
But that's why we cover the basketball team. We got to make sure that everyone knows what's about to happen this season. Do you I'm sorry, now that Vish mentioned football, do you follow any sports? I know soccer is big all around the world. Is there any other sports you like to watch?
I've been going to the volleyball games. The girls are doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah, they're doing really well.
Yeah, they just won their 9th match in a row.
Yeah.
Volleyball's been doing well, yeah.
So I've been going to the volleyball games. I've been wanting to go to soccer, but I haven't yet.
Make sure you go to some baseball games in the spring. Yeah, they have the milkshakes, and the milkshakes are legendary. Coach Ivy will tell you all about it because she goes to a lot of the baseball games and she loves the milkshakes too. So make sure you ask her about the baseball games and she'll tell you what milkshakes to get. Baseball games are a ton of fun as well. But focus on hoops for right now. We need to see 25 points a game from you, wins every time. We appreciate you so much for coming on. I know.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It took a while, and I was all up in your DMs and knowing the crap out of you. But we thank you so much. Good luck this season, and tell Vicky we're gonna try and reach out to her. Put in a good word for us, okay?
And also, don't be a stranger. We'd love to have you. Have you back at some.
You're welcome back anytime.
Anytime you want. Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. Have a good night, Cal. Thank you.
Yeah. Good night.
Bye.
Well,
sweet.
So that was that is that'll make it back. Okay, yeah. That is Gal Raviv, the I think confirmed now starting point guard. We weren't sure if they were going to try and play her off the ball or
for sure. She's a starting point guard.
No, we know she's a starter, but we weren't sure entirely because she was being a little humble there and talking. Yeah, she can play like 3 or 4 positions at a high level. So
yeah. I'm super impressed. I didn't realize that she learned English once she moved to the States at like 15.
Yeah, no.
That's really hard to do. Hebrew is not anywhere near close to the English language. Like, not even the letters are similar. So I'm thoroughly impressed by that. I had assumed she had probably learned English when she was growing up, and she hadn't. So that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, and her English is excellent. So that's
yeah.
Yeah, and her English is excellent too.
Her English is amazing.
Yeah, no, if she had said no, I grew up speaking English, you would have believed it. It was that good. So
yeah.
Yes, Josh has a question for us. Starting 5 projections.
We're probably gonna do a preview show.
We're not gonna do a preview, but we'll ad hoc it now maybe. So
I had to guess.
Well, it's Gal at the point, and then it's Jess and Rashay and are gonna start.
At the 4 and the 5 would be my assumption that they're starting together.
Shout out to Nate. What's up, Nate?
The 2 and the 3. I think is going to be interesting. Like Gal is a presumed starter at point. You're assuming Shay and Jess are the 4 and the 5. I don't think Nay plays the 2, so I'm assuming you're having her come off the bench.
I think she's going to come off the bench. I think Amarachi might start.
Amarachi can play the 2 or the 3.
Yeah. And then
you've got Vicky, who was a starter at the 2 for USF.
Yeah, she could also. God, this roster is stacked. There's so many options, and there's so many players that can play multiple positions.
Yeah, Camille Williams, the freshman's a point, but she can easily play that. She's a combo. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if we're starting a true freshman, but I think we see her a bit this year.
She'll definitely play. I think Maya might start.
Yeah, she's a 3 or a 4. I don't know. Do you have her starting and you use all of her height in her starting lineup?
I don't know. It's tough. These are you can't. You know what? You can because you can rotate pretty easily because Jess can slide over and play the 5, and you can rotate your bigs in and out and basically have a center on the court at all time without having to get a third center on there because you're starting 2 bigs. So you can definitely start that way and easily rotate in guards. She might. I know obviously like everyone around not obviously like everyone around the program raves about Nay as well. So yeah, she definitely could.
You would think you move Gal to the 2 on that because you got to remember Nay is all of like 5'6", so I don't know but her at the 2.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, we'll see. I think I wouldn't be shocked either. I think we know for sure 3 of the starters.
Yeah.
And then, the other one depends on kind of if they want to play bigger or smaller.
And you also got to, obviously it was a completely different situation last season, but Cullip did experiment with having, like Nat coming off the bench and starting Darion like in the second half and going smaller. So that's a possibility as well.
Yeah, but that was a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna see some mixing and matching at the beginning because there's so many different styles they can play. But I think Coach kind of tipped it to us, and then Jess kind of confirmed it that she wants to play those 2 bigs. So, because Jess has talked a lot about getting to play the 4, and I think we're definitely, and obviously Gallo is definitely starting. So I think those 3, like we said, you could have Amarachi, you could have Maya.
You think about it, our backup height after Jess and Shay, you have Maya who could play 3 or 4, and then we got Candace who I think did she? I don't know if she played a lot last season. She's probably the backups.
Yeah,
center. She's a good experience, and then we have a couple true freshmen coming in that have height as well. So you go from Shay and Jess and a little bit more inexperience after those 2, because Jess and Shay are both 5th-year seniors, so they have a lot of basketball under them.
But I guess between Nay, Amarachi, Maya, and Vicky, you're gonna get 2 of them are gonna start. So I mean there's depth and there's multiple options there, and I think I agree with Josh. I wouldn't be surprised to see really anything because those are all starting caliber players. And then we Coach showed last year she'll mix and match lineups and spend some time figuring. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see multiple starting 5s kind of throughout some of these preseason games before she settles on something.
But Gallen at point or at the 2 or whatever Coach Cullip decides to play her, that she's a talent.
Yeah, she'll start for sure. She'll start for sure, and so will Jess.
She's coming from a smaller school, but if you watch her in international play and you watch what she did against us last year, she's a talent. She's gonna be a big reason why we win games this year. I think her plus a lot of the talent. I mean, you got Nay, who's a defensive beast. Coach Cullip, if you go back and watch our anniversary show, talked about how she was working on her 3-point game this summer, which I think is going to be huge for her. You got these 2 pillars with Jess and Shay in the post. They're both, very experienced. Shay's coming from Florida in the SEC. Jess Peterson put up 20 rebounds against us last year, played in the ACC. So you've got a lot of talent and experience on this team, and then just a lot of really good role players that could easily go off in a game. there's a lot of different people you can rely on, but then you've got Gal who's I mean, I'm not trying to fangirl her, but she's a talent. She's
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, she was in a smaller conference, but she, as a freshman, won Player of the Year in that conference. Obviously, freshman of the year, first team, which goes without saying if you win Player of the Year. But so it was, she kind of elevated above that competition. So it wasn't just, she wasn't just playing there and playing well there. She was kind of
It's
on another
interesting
level.
that she like could have played in Hawaii or like it was just a really random set of schools.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, it was, and she kind of explained it. She wanted to go somewhere where for sure she could play. And I think when she got offered, she just picked the one where she felt she could, have the opportunity to make the biggest impact, which she did, obviously, at Quinnipiac with the, yeah. If you're coming as a freshman, you win Player of the Year in the conference. You made quite a big impact. So
And it speaks to the level because you can see who recruited her. Like I said, Iowa was going after her, UNC, Iowa State. So she was a high end transfer portal player, and also ESPN had Rashai Kyle listed as a top 15 transfer portal recruit. So Coach Cullup really upped her game with the talent that she brought in, and also Gal's only going to be a sophomore. Besides Shay and Jess, everyone else has eligibility beyond this next season. So it's not this 1 year mercenary thing going on again. She's going to have time to build a culture and have players here for multiple years, which means the team can presumably only get better.
Yeah, and then the other thing that again Coach talked about when we talked to her was, last year she did have to kind of scramble to get it together. This year, even for the transfers, there's time to build those relationships and really connect more in the process that really didn't have the opportunity to do last year. Yes.
If you're watching this or listening to this, go back. We had Coach Cullup and Coach Ivy on in May.
Yeah, on our anniversary show. So
on our anniversary show, and they gave a lot of good insight. I don't know anything about the walk-ons.
Yes, there will be. There's always
there will be because they use them in practice, I would assume. But
yeah, I don't know why they're not listed yet. Maybe they're doing tryouts or something for that. I don't think we have any prefer. I know a couple of times recently, especially on the men's side, we had preferred walk-ons where it was like they were essentially recruited to be walk-ons. I don't think we have any of that this year, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna.
But Josh, we are gonna do a preseason show, one to cover all the women, and then the other to cover the men, and we'll kind of give our starting lineup predictions then as well. So make sure you're following me on Twitter, buckets_canes. Because
I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and read out what we got planned because we got this thing mapped out for the rest of the kind of off season.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So next week we're gonna do a men's preview. Week after that we're gonna do of the men's roster. So that's where we're gonna really dig into rotations on the men's side. Week after that, so the week of the last week of September into the first week of October, do the same thing with the women. That's when we're really gonna get into the rotation. But listen, I kind of did it ad hoc here. We didn't do the analysis, and Matt's not here too, so
yeah,
he'll definitely talk about Chin series or whatever. So we'll get that going the week after that, and then we're gonna do schedule breakdown the next week after that is men's. That's second week of October, third week of October. We're gonna do the same thing with the women, break down their schedule, and then the last 2 weeks of October we will be doing predictions for the men and the women, and then the season starts. So that quickly. So we've got kind of the rest of it. We are going to weekly shows actually starting this week. So there will be a show every week.
Is going to be difficult. You might have to do that with Matt without me.
We'll figure it out. There's always a way.
No, because it's Rosh Hashanah. So like my 2 days off midweek.
No.
You got all blurry.
I did get blurry. You're taking me out.
Your camera's having a stroke.
Well, sometimes when I move really in, it refocuses and then I come back out and it's fine.
There we go. But we'll announce on Twitter when we're gonna have a show.
We'll do something next week and we'll make sure Melissa's
there.
So we will make it happen.
We'll figure it out. But no, you might actually have to do it without me.
We will find a way.
Because I may not have availability until Saturday.
We will find a way. There's always a way. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna do weekly shows going forward. So
yeah. But also, Josh, shout out because Josh was asking questions in the chat and shit.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah.
Shout out to Josh.
Yeah.
Also, what's up, Nate? Nate joined right after we finished the interview, unfortunately.
I know. Well, I think he was probably watching because he did the Twitter. You can tell where the source comes in. So
Yeah.
Came in from Twitter, and then also way earlier, one of our longtime followers,
Terrence is always
Terrence.
watching. Dan Barry said hello too.
Oh, Dan Barry, nice. We got all of our
all the usuals, all the usuals.
All of our usuals here, yes.
Short show tonight.
Yeah.
We had some other stuff planned, but since Matt's not here, we don't want to do it without him.
Yeah, we'll hold off on that stuff.
So we'll hold off on that.
Yeah. Before we go, just quick plug for tomorrow's game. This is not something Melissa and I are doing. We're just plugging for a really good cause. So in the black east lot, so there's 3 black lots. There's a north, there's a south, there's an east one. So the east one, there's the Cane for Life tailgate. They're actually in the process of converting into a nonprofit, but you can pay to go. There's food, there's all that stuff there. And what they do with the money raised is they give scholarships away to students. So not just football players, but to all students and student athletes. So it's for a great cause. If you're of a certain age like I am, you'll remember Randy Bethel, a tight end from our national championship team in 1989. He's kind of organized the whole thing and leading it forward. Again, all the money goes to scholarships, goes right back to students. So definitely, if you're out there tomorrow, you don't have a place to tailgate. You're like, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Definitely stop by. They'll be in the black lot east, and it is paid to attend, but that's because the money is then used to fund scholarships, and they've already given one away this year, and they're working on the next ones. So
and you never know who will show up to it.
Yeah,
too.
A lot of Canes alums are there as well, and by alums, I'm not talking about Melissa, and I'm talking about football players.
We won't be there. We tailgate on the other opposite side, but like Vish said, it's for a good cause. So if you stop by, you might meet some cool people. Apparently, the menu is ridiculous.
It is. He showed it to me today. It is. They got everything you could think of.
Crazy for sure.
If you like, if you like food, you'll be fine.
Yeah, for sure.
There's food.
But also, if you're in Blue Lot, me and Vish, we tailgate West 21. You can come say hello.
Well, we'll be somewhere. We'll be somewhere in Blue Lot. You'll see us. We have
it's usually around West 21. But we always have a good time. Bring your best cornhole game.
Yeah, okay with that. So anyway, but yeah, definitely check out Black Lot East. They'll have signs up. You'll see huge tents and all that. Cane for Life. They'll have signs for that as well, and it's for a good cause. So definitely stop by, and then support them because they're again, it's going to a good cause and helping the future generation of Canes. So we always love to do that, as Melissa told Gal, and as we were pretty upfront about, we are both alums. So beyond the sports program, we really care about the school, and it's a great cause. So definitely wanted to plug them before we came out here.
And also, if you live in the South Florida area, tickets should be going on sale soon. The women's basketball team does a tip-off dinner, and it gives you a chance to meet the players, the coaches. Last year they had the Team USA head coach, who's also the coach of the Minnesota Lynx, speak. I don't know who's going to be the guest this year. I don't know if it's said in the flyer, but
it is. It's Debbie Antonelli from ESPN.
Oh, there you go. So look out for that if it's something you're interested in going to. Me and Vish are planning to go to. It's a really cool event. A lot of people from the Miami area go to it. Last year, Ron Rothstein was there from the Heat. And it supports the women's team. It's a paid event as well, but it's really cool. So look out for tickets. We'll retweet it when tickets go on sale on Buckets_Canes as well. So again, thanks to Gal for coming on. If you follow our social media, you'll have seen that we've promoted her a few times and things came up, and so it took a bit.
I guess we can tell her we can say what happened last time, because now she went blurted it out on air.
She couldn't.
She got a concussion.
She got injured in practice.
She got a concussion in practice.
She caught a concussion in practice last week on Friday.
Yeah.
When she was going to come on, so when you get a concussion that quickly, you can't.
Yeah, maybe
it's
like
not good to look at screens and stuff. So we had to reschedule. So we thank her for finding time to come on, even though I was hassling her in her DMs a bunch of times. So thanks again to Gal. Shout out to Matt, wasn't here today. Shout out to Canes football, beat the Gators.
Yeah, go Canes.
Anything to add?
No, just kick the shit out of the Gators.
Ready?
Always ready.
Cue the socks outro.
Don't cry.
We getting buckets.
Keep it chill.
Yeah, baby.
Wear good socks.
Buckets.